The British police have recently admitted that they allow certain diverse neighborhoods to police themselves. While native British communities may continue to expect the full force of the law doesn't seem to apply to certain other tiers of society. What that really means is that the British establishment has ceded authority over certain parts of their nation to foreign squatters. But was this squatter colonialism perhaps the planned intent of mass immigration coming to the West? Namely, to gradually surrender our territory to migrant communities. This seems to be the plan indeed, and if social media such as X or TikTok hadn't live-streamed Britain's two-tier society over the weekend, exposing this plot, we might not have found out about it for at least another decade's worth of government denial and media cover-up. By sending this message, namely that migrants may assert dominance over the territories they now inhabit, the British police have emboldened other squatters to start demanding the same two-tier treatment. The United Kingdom, then, is a failed state. The establishment is trading its authority for temporary peace. But so are France and Germany, where calls for a caliphate are heard equally loudly. And so are the USA, Canada, Australia, and basically every other nation of the West. Because our leaders are cowards. Only one group of people, though, white people, may expect lengthy prison sentencing if they dare to assert dominance in the neighborhoods they still inhabit. It is important to devise a strategy to help secure our people's survival. We need to know what to protect or conquer and how to do it. Clearly, we need to seize and dominate all food-producing industry. Without it, we become slaves in our own nations. A winning strategy, however, cannot be formulated without first understanding the nature of the enemy we are up against. The enemy only cares about keeping up appearances. That is why they can commit heinous crimes against anyone, including terrorist attacks against children, as long as they can lie about what they did afterward. We don't share the same moral system. Our people suffer a guilt-based morality. It means that we worry about whether what we did was right or wrong. Their people suffer a shame-based culture. They care little for what they did, but worry more about losing face in the eyes of their family. We need to understand the hollow nature of such an enemy. This hollowness stems from an emptiness that is their greatest weakness. They have not built character the way we have, for their failures have never taught them any lessons to spur self-improvement. Self-improvement is an alien concept to those who believe they are flawless, without fault, perfect beings, just like their prophet. We should not be fooled by such people's false idolatry. Their words mean nothing, and their actions stem more from base reflexes than from strategic consideration. Lying about everything seems to be their greatest skill. Motives matter to us, but our enemies have no self-awareness of theirs. To fight an enemy who lives by shame alone, we must therefore change our strategy. It shall prove ineffective for us to try to point out the enemy's wrongdoings, since the enemy can simply twist our words to make themselves look good again in the eyes of their kinsmen. Besides, their families wouldn't even care. You see, the white mother escorts her son to the police station, urging him to confess his crimes. But no Asian, Arab, or African mother would ever do something like that. For having a criminal son would make her look bad, a shame she has to avoid at all cost. In a shame-based culture, mothers prefer to lie about their son's crimes to help keep up appearances. They will rather blame institutional racism before having to admit that rape is wrong. Arguments, facts, or reasons simply mean nothing to them. You are facing civilizational children, not adults. And thus, to defeat warriors of a childish shame culture, it is necessary to make them lose face before the eyes of their family members. Only this will change their behavior when they have to avoid shame. This then becomes the central tenet of our strategy to defeat the enemy. namely by consistently setting them up for the sort of failure that relentlessly brings shame upon them and their families. We can hurt them way more that way than our bullets and bombs ever will. In the end, civilizational children must defer to the authority of parents.